वीरमणि सिक्खापदं समाधियामि साधु साधु साधु.
Okay, Jai Bhim to all. Today, after a long gap, we are together again on Buddha and his Dhamma. And I hope that this gap was like a enthusiastic days for us, like the rally. And about the Bhikkhuni Dhana, we also had a program, and then Diksha Bhumi program. So all these important events happened this month. But we missed our Buddha and his Dhamma class. Anyways, we are again to start with it. And I think last time I took in conversion of King Bimbisara and missed the conversion of Sariputta and Moggallana.
Yes.
Okay, so I will be taking the conversion of Sariputta and Moggallana today. It is book 2, part 3 and chapter 3. Okay, so those who are having the book, please open chapter 3 of book 2.
Chapter 3.
Yeah. Now, this book 3, it is the conversion of the holy high and the holy. Means in this one examples of a lay person, of the ascetics, and now about the other the ascetics who had lot of disciples with them, and now the disciples of the ascetics. The conversion of all this one example Baba Sahib has taken in this book. We can understand this kind of conversion happened in large numbers. First we'll know about the Sariputta and the Moggallana. It is mentioned here that at that time when this conversion happened, at that time the Buddha was in Rajgriha, and the same area a well-known ascetic was also there named Sanjay. And Sanjay had about 250 disciples of his own. And Sariputta and Moggallana were two young Brahmin disciples with Sanjay. But they were not satisfied with the teachings of Sanjay, and they were in search of other better teacher than Sanjay. He was the fool. He was free of everything. Sariputta approached him and asked with complacent words by standing beside him. Standing at the side, the Sariputta asked the ascetic, "Your countenance, friend, is serene. Your complexion is pure and bright. In whose name, friend, have you retired from the world? Who is your teacher? Whose Dhamma do you profess?" The same question what he thought when he saw Asaji, he now put it in word in front of Sariputta. With a very pleasant word, but he also said, he praised him for his pure and bright complexion. Asaji replied, There is, friend, the great recluse of the Sakyas clan in this blessed one's name, have I retired from the world. he introduced, now the Asaji introduced himself to Sariputta by saying that he retired because of the blessed one, the Buddha, who is from the Sakyas clan, and he is the only teacher, and his Dhamma only he follows. And what, Venerable Sir, is the doctrine which your teacher holds, and what does he preach to you? Now, very eager, Sariputta becomes very eager to ask more and more about the Asaji and also his teacher. So he says, he asked the doctrine of Buddha about his teacher and asked him what does he preached. Now here, the very important part comes here. This is the dialogue between the Sariputta and Asaji, where Sariputta is eager to know about Asaji because he thought that Asaji is very worth to be a monk, and he was in search of such kind of teacher because he was not able to, instead of saying not able to, we can say he was not satisfied with the teachings of his own teacher Sanjay. So he had many questions in his mind, and understanding this, what Asaji replies, this is very important. I am making it again clear that he says, these are the words of a student, or we can say the disciple or the first Parivrajaka of the 5-1 of Buddha, who say, I am only a young disciple. Friend, I have but recently received ordination, and I have newly adopted this Dhamma and discipline. I cannot explain to you the Dhamma in detail, but I will tell you in short what it means. This is very important. I am again repeating it because this kind of reply should it from the newly student of any teacher. Nowadays we find that the student who enters the school, who enters and meets the teacher, they think that they know everything, and they start replying without asking the teacher or without knowing the teachings of the teachers. So here Asaji say he is very new, they just ordained, and so he cannot tell everything what Sariputta wants to know. He said that in short, he can tell something. So in short, what he tells? The Sariputta then asks to the Venerable Asaji, so be it, friend, tell me as much or as little as you like, but tell me the meaning. I want just meaning. Why make so much of a the letter? Means he does not want to know much things, because he ought to got to know that Asaji was very new, newly ordained, and he was not knowing the Dhamma properly. Instead of saying properly, I can say the whole Dhamma he did not knew. So he says, yes, whatever you want to tell me, tell in short, whatever it is, but I want to know the meaning. Then the Venerable Asaji explained to Sariputta the substance of the teachings of the Buddha, and Sariputta was completely satisfied. That is what we say, the brief principles of Buddha. The teachings of Buddha, the Sariputta explains, and the Asaji explains to Sariputta, and Sariputta gets satisfied by this. Now, after getting this little bit knowledge of what it is, who the teacher is, and it is not explained here in detail, but we can understand here in other suttas and all, we get to know that Sariputta was Pleased with the little knowledge, the Assaji was looking so pure and bright. So he was thinking that if the discipline is such way, how the teacher would be. So he get very much impressed, and then Sariputta and Moggallana, though not brothers, were bound together as how they were brothers. So now here, after hearing this and satisfied with Asaji's reply, Sariputta calls his friend or the who were more than the brothers, who had promised each other that whoever finds the truth first will call the other and tell it. It was a mutual agreement between them, and then the Sariputta went to the Moggallana and he said to him, but he meets the Sariputta meets the Moggallana. But Moggallana, seeing the Sariputta, says that how your complexion is pure and bright. The same thing what Sariputta thinks of Assaji and asks him the same way the Moggallana asked the Sariputta that your complexion has become so pure and bright. Have you then really reached the truth? Little bit only he knew, but still, because of that, his complexion became pure and bright. And Sariputta says, yes, friend, I have come to know the truth. And how, friend, have you done so? So he asked about Moggallana also, but he told Sariputta says that he found out the truth. Then Moggallana said to Sariputta, let us go, friend, and join the blessed one, that he, the blessed one, may be our teacher. The disciple of Buddha told very little, and they had the complexion pure and bright. This word I used 2 times here. And it affected both of them. So Moggallana also said, yes, the blessed one means the Buddha can be the teacher, and said they thought of going to him and meeting him. The Sariputta says, it is on our account, friend, that still 250 wandering parivrajaka's live here, and it is we whom they regard. Let us first tell them before taking leave of them. They will do what they think fit. So, the two of the Sariputta and Moggallana, the disciples of Sanjay, when they got to know about the Buddha, they wanted to go there, but they have some concern about the 250 parivrajaka's who were living with Sanjay. And they had some faith on Sariputta and Moggallana too, that they will tell them something, whatever they find it. So Sariputta says, before leaving, we should tell them what we are going to do and what we found. Let them decide themselves and think what they want to before they leave. So Sariputta and Moggallana went to the place where they were. Having approached that, they said to them, friends, we are going to join the Blessed One. He, the Blessed One, is a teacher. So they do not wanted to go telling to the 250 disciples of Sanjay. So both of them went to the place where 250 disciples were there. And they told them that they are going to the Buddha because now Buddha is their teacher. This 250 disciples then said, it is on your accounts, sirs, that we live here, and it is you whom we regard. If you, sirs, will lead a holy life under the great Samana, we all will do the same. All the 250 disciples says to Sariputta and Moggallana that they regard them and so they want to follow them. So whatever they take the decision, all 250 disciples would take the same decision and they will follow the Samana, the Buddha, and say, think that he is the teacher. Then Sariputta and Moggallana went to the place where Sanjay was. Now here comes the main head Brahmin called Sanjay, under whom these 250 disciples were with Sariputta and Moggallana. They go to Sanjay and say to them that they are going to join the Buddha as a teacher. And Sanjay replies, now again here it is very important. Sanjay says, no friends, do not go. We all three look after this company. Because 250 had regards for Sariputta and Moggallana, and Sanjay was the leader, one of the leader as such. So Sanjay said, don't go. We all three will take care of all the Parivradikas there, and we should not go to Buddha. So as the tradition, 3 times Sariputta and Moggallana asked to Sanjay the same question, that they told about the decision that they want to go and join Buddha as a teacher. And all the 3 times Sanjay said no. Then Sariputta and Moggallana took with them 250 wandering ascetics and went to the Venuvana in Rajgarh, where the Blessed One was staying. So now, because Sanjay did not want to go, they took the 250 disciples with them. They went to Venuvan, that was in Rajgarh, and they met Buddha. They arrived there with 250 disciples. So the Buddha sees Sariputta and Moggallana coming near to them from a distance, and after seeing them, Buddha just pointed towards the Sariputta and Moggallana and said that these 2 of them would be a pair of disciples of him, chief disciples to Buddha. Means already Buddha, seeing at them, decides that these 2, Sariputta and Moggallana, would be the chief disciples of him. When they went there, they met the Buddha and they bowed to him and they received ordination from the Buddha. And Buddha, as per the tradition of that time, those who wanted to come to the Sangha, he would say, Ehi Bhikkhave. That is, come monks, come, you are welcome. That was the word, Ehi Bhikkhave. Now here, I just want to explain something like about the Sanjay. Like Sanjay, there were many Brahmins who did not want to be a part of the Buddha's Sangha. But because the disciples left them and became the part of the Sangha of Buddha, the Bhikkhu Sangha, they had no other option. So, lastly, they also joined the Bhikkhu Sangha. Why I am saying so, please try to understand this. There were such kind of Brahmin ascetics who did not want to join Buddha, but because the disciples left them, so they joined, and they did not join with wholeheartedly with the Buddha, but because there was no option, they joined, and they were the one who had destroyed the Dhamma. Please understand this. It is said that many Brahmins were there. Yes, many good Brahmin ascetics were with Buddha, but there were few, like Sanjay, who did not want to join, but they came there, and many superstitious things entered into the Dhamma and spoiled the Dhamma which we are facing till now. So it was this kind because it's not so easy to accept the leadership or the teachings of other teachers which is based on equality, especially the equality part. Towards Buddha, many people from different varnas used to come, different castes used to come. So it was very difficult for others who were there at that time, practicing their wandering asceticism, and they did not wanted to follow equality, but they were working there, practicing that only for getting the moksha, which Buddha's teaching was not into it. So this is what it happened there, and we can see that because of the three Kashyap brothers, so many, there the leaders came first, and then the disciples came. That was one example. This is another example where disciples came first, and then the leaders came to Buddha. So these are two kind of people who joined the Bhikkhu Sangha with Buddha, taking refuge in Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. So every type of conversion has their own pros and cons, and we'll get to know in different conversions how it worked and how the Dhamma spread. Now the next was, I think, the King Bimbasara conversion is there, the next chapter. I hope this chapter you had understood how the Sariputta and Moggallana came to Buddha, and how they became the chief disciples of him, and till the end of their life they were very, we can say, very trustworthy and very disciplined chief who handled the whole Bhikkhu Sangha, who took care of the whole Bhikkhu Sangha with the Buddha. So they were placed at very important, given the very important place in the Sangha. So this is the one. Now after the Yasha, who was a lay person, the leader of the ascetic, and now after that the disciples of the ascetics, and now there comes the king. How the king conversion was done by Buddha, the king Bimbisara, who first took promise from Buddha, Siddhartha, that whenever he attained the full enlightenment, he had to come and give his teachings to Bimbisara. So these are the things we can speak this on next session about the King Bimbisara, because it's a long chapter. So I think I finished it very soon, but Mridula asked me last time whether I can speak a little on about Dhamma rally, which started from Kerala to Nagpur. Am I correct, Mridula? Hello? Hello, Mridula, are you here?
I'm here. Sorry, I was unmuting myself.
Oh,
Yes, yes, Banteji. Just that few words on the whole this thing would have been a
yes.
little nice, yeah. Or what you felt, and also to let others here know what we did, and yeah.
Yes. So I think this Buddhamit Dhamma chapter we have finished today. If any questions, we can take it later. About the Dhamma rally, actually, I was not that much aware when we were taking these classes because Bharti Prabhu and some, I think, Vihan, they both came to me, no, earlier to meet me in Nagpur, but we did not talk about the rally as such, and I did not know about this. But in between, when I knew that a rally is being starting from Kerala to Nagpur, I thought it's a long journey, and really it will have impact on the people on the way, those who will be seeing that rally. Samrat Ashoka, King Samrat Ashoka, obviously plays an important role in the history and in our life. And unless, instead of saying unless, I can say until we got to know that Samrat Ashoka's statue is being brought here, we were not knowing at all that how important his statue would be. So thanks to this team who had made us realize the importance of it. Because really, the we know that the whole Jammu was ruled by Samrat Ashoka, but till except the some what we can say, the things which Baba Sahib had given in a government, like the emblem and the Ashoka Chakra, without with without only that much we knew, and we were giving importance only to that, and some few teams who are working for the statues and stupas constructed by Samrat Ashoka, people were doing that, getting more and more knowledge about it, about the Buddha's teachings, how Samrat Ashoka had given to the people when he was the king, and how it is till now we are having the evidences that he followed the Buddha. Only that much we were knowing, but we should do something more about the Samrat Ashoka. We were not into it. So I think this rally made us understand that we need to think of this also, because when the governments are there, earlier the kings were there, how they were ruling the country, their state or their kingdom, and now how the countries are ruling according to the government, and how they are missing the real work of Samrat Ashoka, how he ruled the whole Jammu is missing here. Is missing in the study of politics. The political science which is taught in the universities, and we say that the political science will explain the student how politics should be played, or the countries or whatever the under whom they are, it should be governed. that has to be based on the ruling techniques of Samrat Ashoka, which is missing. And I think this has to be taken into consideration when we thought that Samrat Ashoka statue is coming. So many things had come into our mind by that. No, through the statue, many things. Samrat Ashoka's life is coming, Samrat Ashoka's way of governing the Jammu his ruling, and how he maintained the relationship with other kings in the country. All these things are remembered now, and we think that is very important in our life. So, at least the government, we can't say that government will take it directly now, but yes, those who, as we say, no, when Baba Sahib said that we should capture the government post, we should rule the country, everyone should rule the country, we have that power. Anyone can be the minister, anyone can be the prime minister, or whatever the post they want, they can do it. We have the power to vote or elect our government. In the same way, we have the power to rule the country also. But the people who follow Baba Sahib Ambedkar, they know that they have a voting right. They can be elected if they contest the election, contest the election, they can do it. But still, no one think that they should know how to do it, how to elect a person, what we have to think of it. And if we are going in the government, because many of our people are there in the, they have been elected, but they don't know how to rule. They only see the Constitution of India, but Constitution of India is based on the Buddha's teachings and also the way of how the Samrat Ashoka ruled it. We are missing that part. We are not looking into that part in the Constitution, which is also there, which we know as human right today. In many fields nowadays also we are seeing that when we study the life of Baba Sahib Ambedkar, we know in every field he had talked on, in every field he had worked on, but even Samrat Ashok also had done that. Whether it is the cleanliness of the country, whether it is the spreading of cleanliness regarding the animals, how they should be treated, or the main thing about the behavior, the relationship between the man and man and the king and king. Everything we have to study about it, and then only we can be eligible to rule the country according to Baba Sahib. So I think many things Bharti Prabhu and his team has made us to think by giving this statue. And I am happy that it came to Nagpur, which is the center place of India, Diksha Bhumi, which is well known for, you can say, impermanency of human beings, understanding the impermanency because of the Buddha's teachings. So the changes has to be there, but it should be in a very good sense, it should be there. So I think people will know this and understand this, and will try to be a good people, good citizen, and also if time or their eligibility permits, they can be a good leaders or the ministers in the government. So I wish very best to everyone and think that we have to take it forward in future without stopping. Now the work has been started now. We have to take it forward. Thank you all. Jai
Maybe Bante. Bante, I have one question from Buddhist Dhamma Bante today class.
Okay.
So you teach about the two Brahmins people, Moggallana and Jivika, with
Sariputta.
Sariputta. So they are good Brahmin now, Bante.
Yes, obviously.
So, from the Buddhism, we need to choose all Brahmins list. So, we need to celebrate that kind of Brahmins Bante. Whoever following Buddhism, so we need to open the gate for Brahmins to join our Buddhism. In the way of Sariputta, in the way of Moggallana, the way of Vasishtha. It's a good idea, Bante.
Yeah, it is good idea, but I want to tell you one instance about Rahul Sanskritai. I don't know much about it, but Rahul Sanskritai was a Brahmin and he was also a monk, it is said. He wrote many books on Buddha. When he got to know about the teachings of Buddha, his family was boycotted from the Brahmin community.
Oh.
Yes. Till now, his son, he says that because his father has accepted Buddhism, he has been facing a lot of trouble till now. So he is alive. He is alive. He is telling that.
Oh.
And he is also in Buddhism.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So yes, those who want to come, many Brahmins are coming. You know, Baba Sahib also took the help of Brahmins. Like Sariputta who burned the Manusmriti. You know, so there are Brahmins who knew Buddhism very well, they understood it and they wanted changes. Okay? So the history is well known. But and individually, every Brahmin will be there with you. But when it comes to a religion, unless that the individual Brahmin is accepting the Buddhism, the community won't accept because they are totally into their religious things. You know? So, okay, yes, we always say that all are welcome.
Yes, but they so every time the people are giving consents for the Dalit people or SST people. But as a Buddhist, we need to give consent for Brahmin people the way of Buddhism.
It has been given. Sariputta Day has been celebrated in Sachi.
Yes.
The stupa in the stupa at Sachi, Sariputta's ashes are there. You know? So they are being celebrated. The days are being celebrated too.
Oh, in near Sandhi Stupa, Sariputta statue is there.
Stupa.
Yes, but
Stupa
they.
of Sariputta. Yes.
Statue is ashes.
Ashes.
Okay, okay.
Not statue.
Okay, Bante. So
Yeah.
we can go celebrate there, Bante.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's been done. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Bante.
Okay. Thank you. Anything else? Any questions?
Feeling very rejuvenated, Bante. After a long time, this is happening again. So thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you to all. And I think today we joined in the whole numbers were there. Number of participants are good today also.
Yes.
And,
Brother,
Yeah, Bante.
Craft.
My name is Jayantan. I'm now joining from Nagpur.
Okay.
Just wanted to know about some internal matters like uh, every year our people are opposing our Smarak Samiti people to not to invite the Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh people here. They are the leaders of Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh, the RSS. So when they will come into the holy act of our Diksha Bhumi, the immediately the atmosphere and all the positive vibration come down. Our people become very disappointed. This is happening. This is psychologically they are demotivating our Ambedkarite or the Buddhist community indirectly. But the thing is, the villain is our own people. Why these people are repeatedly inviting the same leaders again and again? So this is not only bad Brahmins, so the bad Bhujan also is there to destroy our Baba Sahib's revolution. What do you say?
Whom they are calling? I did not get your point. Whom they are calling?
They are repeatedly calling Nitin Gadkari. He's the top leader of RSS, and the ideology of RSS is nothing but anti-revolution. Isn't it? And these people are getting, as a chief guest, they are inviting every year, along with the Fadnavis, right? So what do you say about it?
So what should I say about this? Because it is, I can say it is politics. And
Yes. So, and
uh,
no, no, go ahead, Sanjay.
and because it is the Diksha Bhumi committee, I don't know the real thing, but Diksha Bhumi committee is running that Diksha Bhumi, taking care of it. How it is taking that we don't know. So what the relation they have with them, or it was from it was a practice for many years that those who are the ruling parties, they are being invited. Maybe this time they are doing the same. I don't know. I can't say on this because this is very different topic for me at present. And
Also, this is
yeah,
not the space to
yes,
discuss
yes,
sorry,
yes.
Dhamma. Here we are keeping it only to cultural
Right.
religion
Yes,
and Buddha and his Dhamma. That's all.
yes.
So no internal politics like that. Pratya,
Actually, see, when they maybe I'm interfering in that matter. See, every time wherever we go in Dhamma study or teaching, people are differentiate Dhamma and politics differently. This is actually wrong view, I think, because Dhamma is also contained. Dhamma is everything. Everything is covering the
correct.
Dhamma, isn't it?
It might be Dhamma, but we are also right now focusing on one thing.
No,
Right?
no, see, actually, I'm asking the question related to the
Yes, yes,
subject.
yes,
I'm
yes, yes.
asking the question is related to the subject. See, here already we discussed about the Brahman Sanchayan, right? The Sanchayan is actually, he was not, actually not wanted to join with the Sangha of Buddha, but because of the force of his followers, he joined, and after that they created problem in Dhamma, right? The same way we cannot say that our Bahujan people is there. They are also doing the same kind of activity. The example only I
Correct.
put forward.
We are not
But
doing
one more,
Dhamma. We have no
Mridula,
power to invite anybody.
Mridula,
Uh,
Mridula, I
Hello.
just gave in short to satisfy him. Prathamesh, it was your answer was your question was like Dhamma is everything and politics. I will tell you a little thing about it. That Dhamma has to uh, guide the politics. It is not. It is really different. Dhamma guides every field. So politics is one of the field which has to be guided by Dhamma. But those who are the preachers of Dhamma, they are not well versed how to guide the politicians. And politicians also does not give that much importance to the preachers of Dhamma. Like when we say that because the Samrat Ashoka ruled the country, because he was Buddhist, he knew Dhamma, so he was able to rule the country very well. In the same way, we say that those who are the last line of when I talk about Samrat Ashoka, that the same thing, that those who know how to rule, they it means that they should know Dhamma. Without the Dhamma, they won't be able to rule it. And nowadays, what politicians are there, they are not knowing Dhamma or not giving any importance to Dhamma. That is the part, therefore this kind of things are going on. So instead of saying now what is happening, we have to recreate everything. We have to bring the new generation. We have to do many things, and it should be done with this same value. People who value this kind of things, value Dhamma, will have to come together and do this kind of things. We can't say anything to people who are already into it. Okay, we can't stop that evil. We can't enter the committee. We can't enter the Diksha Bhumi affairs. We can't do it. So it's no matter speaking on that. Okay?
No, actually, madam, thank you. Thank you very much for your answer. My request is that when I'm asking the question to the speaker, nobody should interfere, please. I'm
Okay,
asking
but the one who is organizing this, they have to see whether the question is according to the subject or not. So obviously they did not understand your question, therefore it was like that. But I have seen that they never interfere this way. But the question was somewhat different, therefore she said it. It's okay. Yes.
Hello,
Okay, thank you.
can I talk now?
Yes, yes. Please ask.
Vandami Mante, first may I introduce myself. My name is Prathamesh. I'm from Maharashtra. I'm
Yeah.
Maharashtra, and I'm newly joined this. So it is my first time to join this session, and I'm really happy for this. I meet you, all of you. So uh, I have. So I introduce myself. Yeah.
It's okay. Thank you, Prathamesh, for joining us, and be a part of it every Sunday. You are most welcome.
Thank you, Andre.
Yeah. Yes, who else wanted to talk? I think Bharti or Dhammakopa. Someone also said. I think it's okay now for today.
Yes,
Well,
Bante.
okay, but good day, Bante.
We can take this.
Okay, thank you very much. Take care. Yeah.
Thank you, Bante.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bante.